Are you taking shots?
He is.
What is that?
Say the truth, bro.
Sparkling water, dog. Got in my eye.
I'm about to say, like, sparkling water really, like, hit like that?
It splashed and it's like splashed
You
right.
took that
okay?
shit like it was a shot of tequila.
Oh, welcome once again to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. I'm one of your hosts, always, Luis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by Michaela. Michaela Fig, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
By remote studio there, because we got booted out of our normal studio.
Someone is running a little late.
Yeah, it's all right. It happens. He's cool though. Mr. Tarek Lewis, actor, comedian extraordinaire. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I just realized I can't say your name as fast as you say it.
I guess it could be a tongue twister.
Jr.
Yeah, you're Luis Speedy Gonzalez Jr. As you know, your cereal. Like,
I'm gonna have you open up the show next time. Is what I'm gonna do.
No, I don't do that, dog. It's gonna be slow as hell.
Mr.
I'm like Joey.
Mr. Joey Franchise, DJ and influencer worldwide. How you doing, sir?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing well.
And sneaker fanatic.
Big sneakerhead.
Big sneakerhead.
Sure.
I need to pop into the Soul City and get some
Society?
Yeah, I need to get in Society.
Come slide.
I need to go in there and get up on my shoe game.
It's crazy because they take a lot of my money because I live right next door to them.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Bad. That's
actually, we got to say, out of this group, Joey's got to be the biggest gamer too, right?
Oh, definitely. He games.
We need to add that title. He's definitely.
I've been going ham lately.
Yeah, he's definitely the biggest gamer.
That we got that Mortal Kombat movie coming soon. I think next week, right?
This week,
Is
Friday.
it this week?
This weekend.
Oh man,
Yeah.
no.
I saw I got Fire Stick, right? And it's on Fire Stick now, like the bootleg.
The bootleg with some Korean subtitles or something.
Yeah, and it's like some weird like gambling site promoting it and whatnot.
Yeah.
Let me just say, I just wanted to watch the opening scene to see what happens, bruh. It's not even fair how crazy this movie is.
Wow, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm here for it all. I'm just gonna buy Mortal Kombat 11.
You should.
Just to
it's $14 on PlayStation.
Don't say less. I'm buying that
for
today.
PlayStation now for the PS5 version.
I don't have
PS5.
Well, the PS4 one too. They're selling it for both of them.
Say less. It's getting bought today. I
like how Joey tried to include you. Oh, if you don't have updated stuff, you can still buy the old one. You old bastard. You can still buy the PS4 version.
Keep it G. I don't even know if it's $14 for the PS4 version. I just wanted to. I didn't want to make him feel awkward.
Yeah, he felt weird, dog. He felt all this shit.
It's okay. If it's $50, I'm still gonna get it because I just want to get into it. So get
cool.
into the Mortal Kombat mood. There you go. Even if I suck at it.
Can I know I'm cutting everybody off today.
No, it's fine.
I just got so much to say.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see everybody. What was it? So my boy, Derek, he's actually the face. He's Kano in the game.
Oh, okay.
So I want to get him on the show one day.
Oh, get him. Get him on, yeah.
Because he was pretty pissed off that he didn't get asked to do the movie.
Oh, okay. Oh,
because they were
man.
trying to, because he met with the actual director from what he told me, or he reached out to him in regards to playing Kano in the movie, and I guess they cast somebody else.
Oh man, we need him on the show. We need him on the show
We
today.
gotta talk to him. He gets a lot of fan love, especially from a lot of the MK gamers. So
we need him on the show today.
Kano's like one of the OG 1994, 93, whenever the game came out characters, and he made it. Johnny Cage is not even in this film, so being Kano is a big deal. Yeah, we definitely gotta get him on the show.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We gotta make that happen.
Yeah,
Joey.
he's really close. He's really close friends with my boy Andre Drummond, so that's why I met him. So and me and him we connected ever since we linked up when they came to Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
He was just we were literally sitting at dinner and dude's like, "Yo," I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in the game." Or I'm talking. I forgot the movie came up and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm pissed off. I didn't get to. I was trying to go for the role." And I'm like, "What you mean?" I was just like, "Well, I'm in the video game. I'm in MK11." I'm like, "Oh shit! Like, all right, bet." I'm like, he's like, "I'm Kano." Show me the whole, his whole. They were doing his face design and everything like that because he had to do the update. Apparently, he's got to do the updates whenever the DLCs or whatever the case is, go down.
But did he try out for the part?
I don't know if he tried out. I didn't get too in depth with it. We were briefly talking about it, and I was just like, I got like kind of geeked out a little bit. I was like, oh shoot, like you're in the game. That's wild. So he was actually just talking to me today, busting my balls because I posted I was playing with Scarlet in the game.
Right.
And that girl's dirty.
Yeah.
Like she's like, and it's
No,
weird.
I saw you posted on your Instagram.
She
so-
cuts herself and makes her blood like a weapon.
Oh snap!
She's like she does blood magic, and
Okay.
she's
Yeah.
from previous movie. But I never really played with the character. I'm a hype beast when it comes to playing with Mortal Kombat characters. I'm either going Scorpion because I already know the back right,
Right.
or back
Yeah, right.
It's like by default, I default to Ryu always because
Yeah,
I'm
like
like,
that,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So yeah,
And that's why I brought up Joey doing that, because I was watching. I know some leakers who watched, early parts of the movie from Fire Stick or whatever, wherever they got it from, wherever Speedy gets his stuff from, that's where they watched it.
I know.
And then I saw like Joey post. I was like, "Yo, this Scarlet character, I've never even like really heard of her." And I saw Joey post, but I was like, "Oh,
she's dirty.
Joey's deep into the game." Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get down. I need to be down. So that's happening today, and then we'll hook up. So you could beat me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting pretty nice at it. I'm getting comfortable.
Nice. Okay, cool. What I'm actually getting comfortable with is Falcon and Winter Soldier. Finally, I really like this episode. This is episode number 5, right, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah.
Did you say finally? Like before you were a little
finally,
off?
No, it was a little off. Yeah, I had little issues. Little
Speedy
things I was picking on. But I'm
Speedy
okay
didn't
with it.
like-
I'm okay with the show.
Speedy doesn't like exposition. He don't like any introduction of characters.
None
None
this
of
episode
the-
was all exposition. What are you talking about?
Nah, you
But
don't
this
like
is the
don't.
build up.
Oh,
Yeah.
We were building
the
up
build
to.
up to the finale. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. So they pulled the shield away. Spoiler alert. Anyone who hasn't watched Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 5, we're gonna talk about it right now. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So they pulled the shield ticket away from John Walker.
About time.
They said,
Yeah.
"No, you don't need this no more."
I really
And,
thought that the government was going to defend him, but
I
now they
thought
just
so,
wiped
too.
their hands clean. They were like, "That's not our fault."
No,
said,
they would.
"Screw this guy."
I don't think so. I think it was too public. You know.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead, Tarek.
The show's a great contrast to Snowfall. If you're watching Snowfall, they're kind of like, ooh, we can't acknowledge we were selling drugs in the hood, and they were like,
Yeah.
ooh, we can't acknowledge the shield killed someone.
Right.
He was kind of doing that on his own. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm with you, Michaela. I didn't think they were going to. I thought they were going to bury it.
Yeah, I really thought they were going to defend him.
So it was interesting though that Falcon's wings could get ripped off so easily.
I mean, when you got super
wasn't
soldier
easy,
serum,
though?
Yeah, but I haven't seen him get done like that in all the fights that he's been in. You know, I haven't seen his wing get destroyed like that.
But
I mean,
nobody's
the only
who's
person
really
he
who's
knew that
really,
had that.
Yeah, but who has really fought?
who's
Yeah.
really yanked down on his wings
Well,
though.
well, yeah, that's true.
And those
Yeah.
are new ones. And those are new ones.
Yeah, and he's typically fighting with Captain America. He's typically fighting with someone who's like, I got you. I think the only person he fought like that was really, really no, actually, no, we're wrong. We're wrong. Winter Soldier ripped his wings off. In Winter Soldier.
Did
He ripped his wings off on top of the
Okay.
the airship. Yeah, he ripped his wings off and he couldn't fly anymore on top of the airship. It wasn't this version of the wings.
That's amazing that you remember that.
Yeah, it just dawned on me. I was like, he ripped those wings off. Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Did he
I'll have
rip
to
him
go
off?
back
Like,
and watch
rewatch
or
some
shot a
movies.
hole through it or something.
He ripped them off
I gotta
Okay.
go
and he
watch that.
and he grounded them. Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's crazy.
I do like the downtime that they had, the shipbuilding
Yeah, they were
part of the
growing out.
Yeah, you know the like, hey, we got to take care of real life stuff. You know, gotta remodel the ship, fix it up, get it ready to be sold.
I like that. I like that. Winter Soldier went to Wakanda for 3 or 4 years and had chocolate fever. He was like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm with
Fever
you.
out there.
Yeah, he was like, I'm with
Falcon
the sisters.
wasn't feeling the flirtiness there. He
Oh,
wasn't
dude, I
feeling
got
that.
a
He was
sister
like,
who's 2 years older than me and much more attractive. And I felt that. I was like, yo, y'all can't be looking at my sister like that, cuz. We'll put these wings on you. I ain't had wings back then. I just had insults.
Some for the honey.
And do you think I like they kind of, it was building on more their chemistry as, you know, like as comrades, you know what I mean? As friends. You know, his Bucky went to go help him out and talk about, you know, about the shield issue too. And I like what he mentioned as when they were kind of like tossing the shield as a little practice. So we finally got the shield tossing scenes.
Everybody thought that was going to be the last scene of the series.
Right. No, we finally got some shield tossing scenes, and then
did.
in that part where he was like, "Listen, when me and Steve sat down, we were talking about, you taking the shield. I guess they had a conversation pre Infinity War about who would take the shield, or who he would pass the shield down to, and they automatically agreed on Sam. And I guess what he said was he didn't realize the repercussions of, him being a black man and giving him the shield. They didn't think that through, and he apologized for that. He didn't know what that would mean, to him, going through that. You know what I mean? And that was very interesting.
I can understand that. It's kind of like me being on this show. It's like, all right, well, I got to hold. I'm holding the shield for all the nerd Negroes. But the thing is, you guys seem to be pretty ethnic, so it's not the same weight. It's not the same weight. No. I think the delegation will conclude that it's a great representation of putting a historical shield, so to speak, on what it means to be American and Captain America. Like this episode was a great tie-in. And they didn't do it where it was like cheesy and preachy.
Right.
It was kind of like, that would make sense. Yeah, that would make sense that they would test it on these people. And then, it was great. And I saw a meme, which memes don't mean anything, but like the comparison of Isaiah Bradley's character saving his comrades to Cap saving his comrades in the original Captain America,
right,
the first Avenger. And I think that was definitely done on purpose, but it was very well done. So yeah, they gave a lot of heart to this. Unfortunately, there's going to be inevitable like comparisons of like, what's better, WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Right.
Which I think these are two shows you can't compare.
Yeah, they have two different flows, two different narratives. Two different worlds of the of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that do combine and collide as well, because it's all connected, right? But I mean, it's just the mystical realm and the magic stuff of WandaVision and what that character is going through, all the emotional things and baggage that she had as far as like her grief and all that stuff. Whereas this is just a different narrative for these two gentlemen here in Falcon Winter Soldier, where, it's more like carrying on the mantle for one of the greatest heroes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Yes, it's like comparing Ant-Man and Thor. You'd be like, Ant-Man and Thor. You're like, Ant-Man's not, Ant-Man's just a guy, who gets small.
I like how when the Falcon, when he went to go speak to Isaiah Bradley again and talk, find out what happened, and he's just like, he's still torn. Like he's trying to figure out if he's going to carry the shield, which, well, I mean, we all assume he is. Obviously, it's not going to be a good episode next week if he's not carrying the shield into battle. But still, I mean, it's still he went to go talk to the man and find out, what actually really happened to him, and even when Isaiah Bradley said like no self-respecting black man will ever carry that shield, that's a heavy thing to say, and that probably gave Falcon a lot of pause. You know what I mean? Like, damn, like should I do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's often a conflict in the community. It's like, I'm taking this promotion, dog. I'm sorry. I'm going to take this promotion. They were like, well, isn't you a brother? You should take the promotion. I'm like, I'm going to take the promotion, dude. Like, I feel like Anthony Mackie's character as Sam is basically Eric Holder as the Attorney General. They'll be like, yo, you about to be a cop. You're like, yeah, I know, but I'm going to get this money. And I'm going to do it.
Do we still think Sharon Carter is the power broker?
I think it's a pump fake.
You think it's a pump fake? Well, what about that scene where she's the one who called in the person to go do a job? I guess it was to kill Falcon then, right?
Batrock.
Yeah, Batrock. He was in Winter Soldier.
Yeah, he was actually in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, he was in the beginning of the episode. Yeah. So what do you guys think about that little side note? I don't know, Michaela, what do you think about that? That was a little intriguing, huh?
It was intriguing, but I'm like, how much are they going to fit into this finale? Like, come on, we have a
they're
lot of
running out
things
of
going
time.
on right now. We're running
Yeah,
out of time.
they're running out of time. Yeah.
This episode really kind of pissed me off. I didn't really like it as much as like the episode before it.
It's okay. It's okay.
I really thought it
Say
was
how
a
it
filler.
is.
I felt like it was a filler. It was just setting up for the finale. And I'm like, I really could have missed this episode and not given a shit when this finale came on. I'm going to be honest. Because I don't care that they were fixing up the boat. I'm the type of person that, like I told you that I
fuck that boat.
Fuck that boat. Sink that boat.
I really don't care.
Let the boat sink.
Sell that shit.
No, and then they fix it up, and then she's like, "I'm not selling it," and I'm like, "Oh, here we go." And I'm like, but
yeah.
I was like, I'm the type of person, like we talked about this when we talked about Godzilla versus Kong.
Mhm.
I'm not for the filler stuff. I don't care. Like I care about what they're going through, and I felt like they really did a good job in the first 2 episodes. But I'm like, I'm kind of done with it. Like we saw the struggle, we could hint at it, but a whole episode of it really kind of like made me feel like, okay, I get it. Let's get through it. And it being the longest episode that we've seen so far, that made me more upset too. I'm like,
was it the
really?
longest episode?
It
Yeah,
was the
an hour.
longest episode.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sorry to be a Debbie Downer, but I was like, I need the finale. I need the finale. I don't want to see this.
And they needed to touch on some little things there. A
I
lot
get
of
it,
issues
but
that I had.
I don't know if they
think
needed to have it so much, just a bunch of talk.
Right.
I felt that though. That was cool. I thought it was a powerful episode, but I do agree with Michaela that there could have been some stuff that could have been scrapped. And
I'm going to concur with the group and say it took them a long time to fix that damn boat. I thought more was going to happen. I thought more was going to happen between, they started off hot. They started off with getting the shield from John Walker and his trial.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, okay. And then we're going to see them go to separate ways. And, they're going to deal with Baron Zemo. And that seemed to all happen pretty fast. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, here's 25 minutes of the boat. And it's like,
yes, I was like, how did they find Baron Zemo so fast?
Yeah, you could have done.
Baron Zemo didn't put a much of a fight at all. Like
I was hoping that they were
no
going to find him.
No escape plan, no nothing. He just kind of like, just gonna stay here, wait for everyone to catch me.
I'm expecting to get blown away by this last episode.
Yeah,
like I need to be blown away by everything. Like from them teasing what's in the box. Mm-hmm. What's in the box?
It's definitely a suit.
Yeah, it's definitely his new Captain America suit.
Yeah, I'm sure
that the Wakandans made. That's pretty dope.
I think it's just the wings. You think it's a whole suit?
I think it's
not
a whole
the
suit.
wings.
You don't think it's the wings?
No, it's a whole suit because he took a pause and he's like,
Bucky wants him to be Cap. Why would he give him new wings?
He was looking at what was in the box, and
I'm going off the comic book. His wings are vibranium.
He gave the quest to Joaquin, to Torres.
To be the new Falcon.
But his wings got ripped off, and in the comic book, he's the Captain America, but he still has the wings. And Black Panther gives him the wings. That's why I was thinking.
Hey, do you have to do that project for your?
I am. I'm doing it now. They're running it now. But cool. One thing I was about to say is actually at Disneyland they have a photo op area, and they have the wings, and like hooked on the back of the wings is the shield. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
that could be the new wings. I'll step out. I'll be right back.
All right, cool.
Okay.
I'll see you when you come back. Okay, and then I wanted to bring up also that when the Dora Milaje came to pick up Baron Zemo.
Hold on, can we go back? Dora Mama Milaje?
Dora Milaje came to pick up Zemo. They said that they're bringing him back to the raft. And who's at the raft right now?
Abomination.
All the Thunderbolts. So that's the Thunderbolts are coming. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. What do you say, Tarek?
Yeah, I can see it. I like that they said the raft. I thought it was interesting that Wakanda's in charge of the raft, apparently. Like, why would they say that? Like, I was like, why are they saying the raft? Because it seemed like they wanted Zemo for his crimes,
right?
For killing T'Chaka, the original king, and they were like, we're giving him to the raft. So it makes me wonder: is Wakanda in charge of the raft?
It's interesting. I don't know.
Is that what we're going to see for the next film? Because, I thought that was interesting, and I thought that was good. I thought Zemo Zemo may have been the highlight of this series.
Yeah, I
Like
definitely think
the
so.
linchpin, one of the linchpin characters. I mean, definitely he's not as heavily involved in the fight scenes, but between him and the new Captain America and Sharon Carter, I think Zemo might have been like that little great character that we're gonna like. It's gonna have influence, but he didn't take the super soldier serum when he had the chance. Like he stomped on it, and that shows a lot about his character and what may or may not become of him. So I thought that was good.
Yeah, it's interesting because I mean, in the comic book, he has the same power level as like a super soldier, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think so, right?
I don't know.
Yes.
I never.
Yeah, I want to say so because he has to fight toe to toe with Captain America in the comic book,
Yeah.
on occasion. So, as a matter of fact, I was looking at a comic book where he's swinging, Baron Zemo's swinging like a big rafter, like from a building. He's swinging it at Captain America like that, like an older Avengers comic book. So I was like, oh yeah, he must have had some kind of super soldier thing back, in the comic book version of him,
Yeah.
So it's just interesting that this version, the MCU version, is like no super serum, nothing to give him the edge or whatever. But I guess it is what it is.
I mean, it's always been a much more grounded,
Yeah.
The Marvel thing's always been much more grounded than any of the comic books. So
yeah, definitely. So I'm there for it. I'm there for the finale. We get one more episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, we got our first post-credit scene.
Did we? There was a post-credit scene?
Yeah, it was John Walker making his own shield.
Ah,
yeah.
I missed that. Yeah.
You didn't see that,
I did
Speedy?
not see that.
Wow.
The Cardinal Marvel Cinematic Universe mistake of not waiting through the credits.
I missed it.
Yeah.
But we did not talk about the cameo, the famous cameo that finally happened in this episode.
Madam Hydra.
Which I wish Michaela was here for that too, for talk about this too, because I'm sure
it was
she
old
had an
girl
opinion
from Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Julie Dreyfus.
Yeah.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
And so she's the Contessa's. There's a big name that she said.
Yeah, Madam Hydra in the comics.
Technically, Madam Hydra.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. She didn't introduce herself as that.
She didn't say Madam Hydra.
It's very incognito, I guess, her Madam Hydra thing.
Yeah.
But I think she was Madam Hydra at one time in the comic books.
Yeah. There's several different Madam Hydras.
Yes.
And she's, I believe she's the second one.
Yeah. So we're talking about Michaela. We're talking about the Contessa's, the cameo that finally happens there before the end of the show when John Walker.
Oh yes. Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character.
Yeah, when he got drummed out of the military, the famous
Valentina, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
what do we think? I think all that the raft talk. I think all that is building up to the Thunderbolts.
Oh yes, yeah. Thunderbolt Ross and all that is just gonna. I mean, think about what's coming after this. Black Widow.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt Ross shows up again in it.
Apparently, she is in Black Widow, and because this Black Widow is supposed to come out, would have come out, but way before this TV show would have come out pre-COVID. That would have been the big surprise for us because she was in Black Widow, and everybody would have said, "Oh yeah, there's a lady from Black Widow." You know what I mean? But since that had happened, it's happening in reverse.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they might announce the show coming out of Black Widow.
What do you think about Tarek, the reverse surprise there of this cameo?
Well, let me just say, I'm a big fan of Veep, and just seeing Julia Louis-Dreyfus on screen again is amazing.
How dare you say Veep instead of Seinfeld?
I'm a fan of both. I'm just going with the most recent, based on the age of our audience.
Did you like the little intro there, the little cameo of her?
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Intriguing.
It draws a lot of questions. I personally think she's the power broker. And she's just kind of, just being real coy about it. I thought it was really cool. Like seeing her it was nice to see her on TV again, or in the MCU now. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, and it just draws questions too. Like, yo, is Hydra still really out here in these streets?
Yeah. Cut off one head, another head comes out its place. Absolutely. I think so.
Yeah. Hydra's rolling heavy, yeah.
Yeah. So what I think was interesting was I just lost my train of thought. But
there's a lot of cards right now being
just
played.
A lot of things happening right now. I think it's interesting that she's interested in John Walker having the super soldier serum in him. and that will make sense for her being the power broker because what the power broker.
They're gonna need his
wanted.
blood.
Yeah, the power broker was calling the terrorist. I forgot her name now.
Carly.
Yeah, Carly. Trying to thinking that she still had the serums vials.
Yeah.
So she doesn't. So that seems that's the goal.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do you is in this reality, is Cap dead?
I think he did pass away.
Nah,
because they talk about him as being gone.
Because this happened months after. This happens 6 months after.
Yeah, I think
so Cap died in those 6 months.
I think he did.
Yeah, because he goes back in time. We know he goes back in time, and he comes back and gives the shield.
I think we're thinking in a solar dimension. I think we're thinking to one dimensional in the sense. I think he's in a different dimension. I think he's living his life in a different timeline.
Well, I mean, technically, he came back to the timeline just as a whole man.
Yeah, because he knows where it is.
True.
I don't think he's in the same. I don't think he's living in the same timeline because I know that the Russo brothers, the people who did both of the Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, they even did an interview and said Cap lives in a separate timeline. Now, I don't know if Kevin Feige agrees to that, but I mean, I think it's interesting to hear from them, the creators, the people that they gave, the power to do this, that they say he lives in a different timeline, just because it would be too weird to say he lives in the same timeline, because they would say, okay, so did a bunch of the things in the past change because he's living in, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like what Loki is going through right now.
Honestly, the miniseries that we need on Disney Plus is Captain America putting back all those his trials and tribulations, trying to put back all those.
I want a movie of that.
All those gems.
Question: would you be mad if it was animated?
I take animated, live action, whatever, however they want to do it. I don't care.
I need a live action because I'm not really too hyped about the What If animated, but I get why they're doing it animated.
I'll take it however they want to give it to me, as long as as long as Chris Evans reprises the voice or whatever, and it's all official. I'll take it.
I think Cap's still alive. I think he's old ass Cap. He's the old Cap from Golden Girls, Empty Nest, wherever you want.
He's just going as a different name. Maybe he's not Steve Rogers.
Yeah, he's just not active. He's like, I gave you the shield, so the shield can still exist, and I'm out.
Wrong with it.
That's possible he could have died, because he went so far back. Because he was old at the end of Endgame for a reason. He was old at the end of Endgame because he had been living since he went back. No matter what happened in between when he went back, and what, he was old because he had been living for another 60, 70 years. And that's why.
Why wouldn't he know about Isaiah Bradley?
I'm sure he does.
He probably does.
They took the Tesseract around the time when, Cap was gone. It was in the ice. So
they never said he didn't know.
Yeah. Remember, Isaiah Bradley was more in the Korean War time, I believe?
Era? Yeah.
That's when he was active.
And how old is Isaiah Bradley? Because then it's then you want to compare and contrast. Because they created Isaiah Bradley after Cap,
For us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, Cap went back and was like, my goal is to prevent that future where Thanos snaps everybody, and he just left everything alone.
Then how do they remember the snap?
Well, they're on a different timeline.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. He preserved.
I think he's in a different timeline. I don't think he's affecting that timeline.
Yeah, I think those timelines. It's like
well, I think that's the point.
What is the one? What is the one from Tilda Swinton played her in Doctor Strange and Endgame?
The Sorcerer Supreme.
The Sorcerer Supreme, where she was worried about how the timelines converge. Yeah, I think the timelines don't converge until Cap is old. And that's where the timelines converge. And he lives in this timeline.
And he refused to tell Sam. Because remember, Sam's like, you want me to tell her about her? And he's like, nope. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. And this is this point where this timeline converged. And that's where we're operating off from now. And Loki, and hopefully, like you said, Speedy, another show showing Cap's timeline. And who knows what Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow movie is going to be about, will show us some stuff in the past. But I think Cap just laid low. He took it as his vacay.
I think so too, man. All around a great episode. And so talking about another great show, and you're actually here just in time for us to spoil it for you, Michaela.
That's all right. You can spoil it.
Invincible.
I was out of town this weekend, so I had no
my
time to
God,
catch
they're
up.
just making all kinds of noises. Invincible is that they're on episode 6. They're an episode ahead of Falcon and Winter Soldier, right there?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. This episode, there's more spoilers, ladies and gentlemen, talking about Invincible, which is on Amazon Prime. Have you caught up to? Yeah.
Not yet.
Like that, bro.
It sucks when you got a pregnant girlfriend at home and you
Yeah.
got to watch everything that she wants to watch, and she's not really into the cartoons. It's like,
Just tell her it's blood and violence.
I can tell you now, Invincible is not good for the baby. I can tell you that right now.
can't be having my baby listening.
You can't have your baby watch.
Oh man.
Taking that in.
Anyway, so you don't care if we spoil it for you?
Yeah, go ahead, rock out.
All right, cool.
Knock yourself out.
So, pretty much in a nutshell, as Mark Grayson is the main character, and his father is one of the most powerful superheroes on the planet. And
Omni-Man.
Yeah, Omni-Man. And they come from a certain planet, which I forget the name of it. Melexlier? I don't even remember that. I forgot what they said. Trilexum or I don't know.
It's not even close, Speedy. I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like you didn't watch it.
I wasn't writing down. I wasn't taking notes. So
He's just reading the synopsis.
Just enjoying it.
Viltrum. His name is the planet is Viltrum. He's a Viltrumite.
So pretty much that makes him super powerful, and his powers just came in to being right now, and to usually they're supposed to kick in, I guess, after puberty. But he was a late bloomer. So about now he's in high school and they finally
because he's half human.
Yeah, because he's half human. Yeah. So his powers finally kicked in. Now his father feels responsibility to teach him how to use his powers and all that good stuff. But his father's not really a good man, and we know that. And Michaela, you've probably seen at least the first episode where he murders 99% of his rivals, or his co-workers, should I say. The faux Justice League that was in the
Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah. And pretty much now in a nutshell where we're at right now in the story arc is Mark Grayson is trying to live a teenager's life, similar to like a Spider-Man or something like that character, and also juggle, being a superhero, being superheroics and helping stop alien invasions and all kinds of crazy stuff that keeps happening, right? So he gets bamboozled in the previous episode into helping a street level character. I forget his name. I don't even remember his name. He's Rockman or something like that. I don't know.
No, it's not.
He's like a absorbing man. He turns into stone, right?
Yeah, his name is it's not Powerhouse. I forgot his name. Titan. His name is Titan.
There you go.
Played by Mahershala Ali,
Yeah.
a very important actor. Yeah, very important actor who you're just degrading. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay. The main character though is Machine Head, which is the the gangster of he's like the what's the word I'm looking for?
He's more like a Lex Luthor.
He's kind of like the Lex Luthor kind of kingpin of the universe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. So he's like a combination of the both, And anyway, Titan gets Mark to help him, Invincible to help him take down Machine Head Man, because he says all you do is worry about all real, global threats and stuff like that, but you don't help nobody on the street level, the regular folk, So he talks him into it. He almost gets killed, Mark, the previous episode, because Machine Head actually has a lot of money, and he hired a bunch of villains from other universes and stuff like that. I guess the main one was some kind of lion villain. I don't even know if we learned his name. Did we even?
Yeah, I saw a meme. They called him Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat Thanos.
Kitty Cat Thanos was rocked. He rocked almost to death like 4 heroes.
Yeah.
And one of them being Mark Grayson, it was violent, like super violent. Yeah. But long story short, his father told him not to do that, and he went to go do it anyway, and he got hurt. He almost died. Stuff like that. Also, there's the investigation of who actually killed the Guardians of the Globe people. So there's a bunch of subplots happening with the main plot and all that stuff with the family, things that we know as viewers, but we don't, the characters, some characters don't know yet, what has happened. So
yeah.
What I like the most about this episode is that at this point he's just like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. Be a superhero. He just wants to be with his girlfriend. Oh, the other subplot is he's trying to keep a girlfriend in high school, and he keeps dipping out to go save the world. And she's like, "Yo, like we had a date, we had something to this do," and he keeps doing it, like chronically late, chronically not showing up.
Spider.
Like yeah,
Yes, the Spider-Man.
So.
Yeah, a lot of men don't realize that relationships take time. Yeah, it's the same reason that Joey can't watch Invincible. He's like, I gotta nurture.
Yeah,
so watching this
he's
on the
got problems.
podcast.
He's at the point where in this episode where we watched, I mean, he's at the point where he doesn't even want to do the superhero stuff anymore.
Yeah, I understand. Listen, I got hit really hard in football practice, and I was like, I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
Football's not the sport for me. And I think that's what happened to Invincible. He's like, okay, I kind of got my ass kicked by a kitten. I'm good. I'm good on this, no matter what my abilities may be.
That villain was vicious, right?
Yeah, he whooping their ass, you know.
Yeah, he reminded me like an Asgardian kind of like character.
Yeah,
you know, like one of those like from another universe. Like, oh, no, there's nobody here who can challenge me. You know?
Yeah.
Well, do you think Omni-Man's happy about him getting his butt kicked? Because initially, when he found out that Mark got his powers, he was kind of mad.
Yeah, because now he was a little hesitant because he's like, okay, oh wait, somebody's almost as powerful as me here, you know?
Yeah, but I was wondering if Omni-Man's actually kind of happy that his son is getting his ass beat, because then it's like, okay, then I don't. Then if he quits being a superhero, then I don't have nothing to worry about.
Nah, I don't know yet. We don't know.
Yeah,
yet.
if you notice, Omni-Man is watching that whole beating.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, there's a clip where they show the edge of his. They zoom out and they show someone watching, and you see the edge of like the little red cape.
So he didn't even go help his son.
And he didn't help him. Yeah,
his son catch the.
Yeah, they didn't make it clear whether it was Omni-Man, but you see the edge of his outfit, and it's like, oh, this dude's watching his son get his ass kicked, and I'm thinking like, oh, at some point he's gonna jump in, and he never jumps in.
I knew it. I knew Omni-Man wants his son to get scared away from it. I knew it.
Yeah, he's pleased with it.
Oh yeah.
And it's very clear from this last episode that the government is working on a way to kill Omni-Man, because the Easter egg is that. Not the Easter egg, but the post credits is kind of like they're trying to test the blood to see what destroys Viltrumite blood, which is what Omni-Man and Mark Grayson are. They're trying to find ways to destroy the blood, and they can't find anything. And they're trying to say, okay, maybe their own blood will kill them. So it's very clear that they're on the Omni-Man a little bit. They're like, we got to get rid of this dude. How do we do it?
I wonder. Well, it's probably all gonna. It's probably going to all lead up to Mark and Omni-Man just completely going at it.
Yeah, I mean,
and then the mom having to choose between the mom's going to die. That's my prediction.
No way, mom's making it. No way, mom is making it out of this.
She's gone.
She's definitely going to die.
The show, Joey. Let's put it that way. Even if we spoil the crap out of it for you, is from. Listen, my son sat down on episode 5, so when he didn't even watch episode 1. Like me and my wife are watching the episode. He sits down and starts watching the episode with us. By the middle of the episode, he's already asking me questions. So why is this person asking him this and why that? And I said, no, you need to come back, go on your own time, go start it from episode 1, so you can understand what the heck's going on. So it's like that. Like
that's cool.
Yeah, like he jumped in like the middle, like cold episode 5, and he's already like, okay, I need to watch this.
It's anime. It's like an animated version of The Boys.
Yeah, that's what I think of. Yeah, all the time I think of that.
Yeah, but with kind of like a more complicated plot. But
which they can do because it's animated.
Yeah, right.
It seems like they can do a lot more. Like, and there's a whole bunch of other subplots happening too, all at the same time. You know what I mean? Kind of like a comic book. Kind of like the comic book. Or kind of like a way a comic book is usually done. So it's very interesting. I like the way that show is going. It's just some great TV, man. I say if anybody who thinks downplays it because it's animated, I say just give it a chance. Yeah, I think you'll really like it.
They just need to tone down the teen drama a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, a little less Dawson's Creek. Yeah.
They're still a little bit, but my son was there for that. That's what pulled him in, because he's all about that stuff. Teen Wolf and all the shows he likes. So
CW.
As soon as that was going on, he was like, he was like, oh, what's going on here? You start asking me questions like, I don't know. You need to watch it from.
He's like, Dad, are they gonna make it to prom? Yeah, like someone just got murdered. Someone just got murdered, son.
Yeah. Did everybody watch the Shang Chi trailer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've not seen it yet.
Just for Tarek, we're gonna run it live right now on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Here we go.
I gave you 10 years to live your life. And where did that get you? You walked in my shadow. I trained you. So the most dangerous people in the world couldn't kill you. Son, it's time for you to take your place by my side. You better watch out, 'cause it's my time. That's not going to happen. It's a new era, yes, I come alive. You woke up the dragon. You can't outrun who you really are.
Who are you?
Bugger.
Hold on, everybody! We make a good team.
What do you think, Tarek?
Then you get no time to process it. I didn't even get test the release date before you were like, what do you think? Can I see at least the release date?
The release date was
No, we see the release. I know what it is. I ignore you, but damn, Speed, let me get a moment.
September 3rd, baby.
I thought it looked great. To be honest, yeah, I thought it looked great. I think it's definitely something I would be into. Yeah, it looks really good. I hate to say it looks like what I would expect from Iron Fist.
Wow.
And even already watching the trailer, I'm curious how it fits into the Marvel universe and what goes on. It looked really good to me. I have no complaints about that trailer. That trailer gets me adequately excited to watch the film.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm there for it. There for it from day one. Tarek, Joy.
I like it. I enjoy. I wasn't really. I never read any comics from Shang-Chi growing up or recently. But I do understand that he's Marvel's version of like Bruce Lee. That's when Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon was at Bruce Lee was the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel's like, hey, let's get in on this because this is the thing. They created Shang-Chi, and it shows. Especially with the fighting, man, it looks great. I think it's smooth how Marvel's doing this. All right, so you got the last episode of Falcon Winter Soldier this Friday. HBO Max conveniently moves on the same day with Mortal Kombat. So you get Mortal Kombat and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Then Marvel counters Warner by doing the Shang-Chi trailer this week. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, you going to put your fighting movie on our shit. We're going to come back and drop our fighting movie, trailer. Bam, how you like them apples type stuff. So you could tell the little friendly tension that's going on between the two studios. Shang-Chi looks great. I'm interested in, I think Awkwafina's a great actress too, a comedian too. I'm looking forward to see how her character is in this movie as well. I am a little thrown off, so I'm assuming Shang-Chi is the son of the Mandarin?
Really? You think so?
No, I think trained by the Mandarin.
He was trained by the Mandarin?
From the 10, or the Mandarin's not in it because it is the school of the 10 rings. So it's the Mandarin's teachings. I don't know if the Mandarin teaches him.
So what's with these giant ass tigers?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't get the giant tiger stuff.
That's why they call it a teaser trailer.
I need more. I gotta go do some investigation. But other than that, I think it looks
Michaela, how you feel about are you excited? Are you pumped for some Kung Fu and Marvel
I'm
Cinematic
very
Universe?
excited. And Simu Liu, the guy who plays Shang-Chi, he's like, I have a real big crush on him. So
Okay.
it's going to be nice to look at him.
Oh.
But
I like
Well,
that.
all right.
That was a great take.
no,
That was
but
a
no,
great
but
point of view.
I think that I think it's great. And I'm like lost of words. I'm looking at Simu Liu, but no, when you guys say that you see the tie-in, you want to know what the tie-in is going to be. I think a big part of it is going to be when he was in China and training. When he left, he went to New York.
So he gave him 10 years off to be a normal
Whatever the
person.
heck he wanted. He ended up going to America and go to New York. So that he could have, the Avengers could know who he is based on him living in the States, especially New York.
Maybe.
So that's my
I thought he was in
thought.
California. I thought he was in San Francisco.
I think he was in I thought he was in New York.
No,
But-
the bus
Yeah,
said
the bus.
California.
Oh,
And
California? That he's in the U.S.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's
Well,
gonna-
yeah.
Pass for
Cross paths with
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, probably. Quite possibly.
There you go.
Talking about beef between Marvel and DC, of course, we're going to finish up the show with one of the scoops the past week from Mikey Sutton, GeekosityMag.com. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Marvel Studios interested in Zack Snyder for Ghost Rider reboots. Wow.
That's heavy.
That is heavy. So what do you
Speaking
think,
of
guys?
Zack Snyder, did you guys see the trailer and the zombie movie he just
I
made?
did.
What the
Well,
heck is it
forgot to talk
called?
Yeah,
about
who was
that.
in it? Dave Bautista.
Army of the Dead?
Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
Army of the
Yeah,
Dead.
It looks a
Yeah.
little wild. It looks
Zombie
a little wild.
tigers.
Yeah.
Army of the
zombie
Dead.
animals.
Tigers are all the rage in these films.
so is this a sequel to like Dawn of the Dead? Because he's directed that.
I don't think
Like
it's a
years
sequel. I
ago.
just think he loves zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's its own isolated thing, but it actually really dope.
Army of the Dead is actually a remake, I want to say, from an old. I think it's like a spinoff of like Army of Darkness.
No, it's
But I
not.
could be wrong. I could be wrong on that, but I thought that's what it was. Because there was an Army of the Dead film in 2008 that was done, and I don't know if it's a remake of that or I don't know. I guess we'll see.
We'll find out. We're gonna find out. Well, I'm there for it. Sure, some zombie action can't go wrong. But
now Ghost Rider.
Zack Snyder are now looking at him to probably helm a reboot for Ghost Rider. So I'll actually read the article and get you guys weigh in before we sign off here. Zack Snyder has been on fire lately, so it's fitting that Marvel Studios would want him for a Ghost Rider reboot. Although best known for his DC superhero movies, Zack Snyder debuted with a horror movie. Zack Snyder directed the 2004 remake of George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Forgotten trivia, the Suicide Squad's James Gunn wrote that screenplay. On the surface, Zack Snyder and Marvel Studios don't seem like an ideal fit. Zack Snyder's darkly operatic and gloomy vision doesn't quite match the upbeat and colorful tone of many MCU movies. Nevertheless, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige isn't afraid to fade to black. For example, 2014 Captain America, The Winter Soldier, and Infinity War films have grit and depth. Most recently, the Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus pushed the envelope on shocking violence. Feige is prepared to unleash horror in the MCU. On January 16th, he reported that WandaVision opened the doors to more occult projects in Marvel Studios. Ghost Rider has been in development at Marvel Studios for years. Robbie Reyes' Ghost Rider appeared on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as he has no plans for the character yet back then. But since he took over Marvel TV, Ghost Rider roared into one rumor after another. Feige prefers Johnny Blaze to be Ghost Rider again. He was the first Ghost Rider. So what do you think, guys? You think, obviously no decisions have been made yet. They're going to come out with Blade first. It's going to be first of the
Speaking of
supernatural.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Right.
I
I'm not chomping at the bit for Ghost Rider. Let's just see. Let's see how this Doctor Strange thing turns out. That could definitely introduce Ghost Rider, or like they said, Blade. I'm not as harsh on the first Ghost Rider movies as everyone else. Maybe the second one was pretty bad, but like the first one, I wasn't that mad.
yeah.
But if they bring him back, I'm fine. He's almost like Ghost Rider in the comic books, at least. It's almost overpowered. Like Ghost Rider is like in the comic books is sometimes unbeatable. It's like, what do we do with this guy? I've always liked that Marvel has been pretty grounded up to this point. Granted, we've had Infinity Rings and Infinity Stones and gods and stuff, but they always kind of grounded in like, hey, there's a reality you don't know about, and energy manipulation. Even Doctor Strange is like, energy is being manipulated, and I think when you go Ghost Rider, you're like, okay, we're going way out there now. Now we got the devil, Mephisto, and I know a lot of people wanted that in WandaVision. I was happy it didn't happen. I'm cool with that further down the line. When they start running out of people, that's when you start bringing in Ghost Rider.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my opinion.
That is something we're not going to see or even hear any casting or any news about for a long time. Michaela, you think Zack Snyder got the feel of a director to do something like Ghost Rider?
I'm going to say one thing. Marvel is not Star Wars, Lucasfilm. They are not going to have a film get its popularity from a director. It's not going to happen. They'd rather have someone who is shown their worth, but not all over the news, because they want the movies to speak for themselves. That's how Kevin Feige has been. I don't think he's going to change anytime soon. And the reason why I say Lucasfilm is because they signed on people. They signed on Ron Howard to do Han Solo. That did not work out very well. The movie was decent, but it wasn't something that it was going to ride into the sunset, that Star Wars was going to keep on with more solo movies. They had to bring a halt to those movies. I don't think Kevin Feige is for putting a big time film director, film auteur on the front lines, because they already kind of messed up by putting Edgar Wright to do Ant-Man, and then look how that turned out. They made it. They put someone new in it, so they don't want someone that's going to have. I don't think Zack Snyder would have a big ego, but he has been in the industry long enough to know what he wants and to have the flexibility to do what he wants. I don't think either of them want to feel controlled. I don't think this is true.
What do you say, Joey?
I think I just feel like
look into your crystal ball.
Kevin Feige's not ready to well, he might say he's ready to dive into darker characters. I mean, I don't really consider the recent episode to be dark. I mean, it's dark for the MCU with the Falcon Winter Soldier episode and Captain America killing somebody with an actual blood on the shield. I don't think they're in that pocket yet to dive into dark movies. And Zack Snyder has shown he's a very dark guy, and I like the way I like his directing style because he catches such a really the tone is just very kind of almost morbid-y, and it's dark. I personally don't think that this is something that's gonna pop off yet. I think Zack has a lot of hype behind him because of all the Justice League success and him writing the ship on the whole franchise and getting people amped up for to see what more he has in store. But yeah, I don't know. I'm actually really curious. I don't even think they could pull off Blade.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
how you gonna explain vampires, bro? Tarek was just telling me. He was just saying, hey, we got to see what's going on with this Doctor Strange movie, because I mean, how you gonna bring Blade in this situation and announce that? And I think Mahershala Ali will be an amazing Blade, but how do you explain fucking vampires around? The whole time?
Same way you explain
the whole time they're vampires.
Flying lions and
well, yeah, I need the flying lions and giant tigers to be explained for Shang-Chi, but
I mean, I think Marvel is going to try going a little more dark, like you said, because of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And then they want to, Kevin Feige has been definitely about doing Deadpool rated R. So
that's true.
So I feel like they want to do it. Will it be a part of the MCU? I don't know. That would be a whole different story
I think it
here.
Will be. They have to.
Do you think that they will? If they do a Marvel film, it's going to be a part of the MCU.
Right. But here's the thing. Like, I thought, to go back to the Doctor Strange talk, and when Scott Derrickson was like, hey, this is going to be Marvel's first horror movie. And then Kevin Feige like kind of pumped the brakes on that.
You're right.
And now you see, like, months later, like, he's no longer as director, but now you got Sam Raimi. I mean, because Sam Raimi directed, Evil Dead, which is one of my favorite. I love Evil Dead. And Army of Darkness, and then he also did the Spider-Man movies. So, like, he kind of has that happy medium where he can be scary, but also, like, in the lighter.
Marvel tone.
Yeah, in a Marvel tone.
Yeah, okay.
True.
Oh, we'll see what happens in the future.
I love
think,
Ghost Rider. I would love to see. I mean, like Tarek said, I do like the first one. You can hate on Nicolas Cage all you want. I love it.
I enjoyed it.
I never saw the sequel to that.
The sequel stunk. The sequel stunk, so you don't need to watch it.
It was one of the few movies. The sequel is one of the few movies I didn't finish. Like, I started watching it and I was like, I'm gonna do something else, and I never watched the rest of it.
Oh man, let's sign off for today, guys. Next week we're gonna take a break, and then we'll be back with the wrap up of the season finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and everything else that's happening in fandom. I'm actually gonna get some representatives of MegaCon Orlando probably on the show to talk about the show.
Cool.
Their upcoming show and all that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Trying to make that interview happen. Tarek, give them all your socials, how they can follow you, sir.
My name is Tarek on Instagram, Tarek Lutz on Facebook, and on YouTube.
All right, Mr. Joey Franchise, let them know how they can follow you, sir.
On the gram, Twitter, and on Twitch at Joey Franchise.
And Michaela, how they can follow you?
Instagram, Mika Fig, and on YouTube, Adult Adventure Time.
Of course, you want to follow me, you can follow me at DJ Speedy JR, all socials. My internal life as a DJ. Also, I game too, Speedy Junior Gaming. You can follow me on Twitch as well at DJ Speedy Junior. Have a good one. Thanks for. Make sure you follow us, the podcast. 3 words: Geek Culture Congress on Facebook. Put them all together for Instagram. Give us a like. Give us a follow. Comment on this show. If you're listening to the audio version of the show, give us a comment. Even if you don't like us, curse us out. Please give us a comment. Yeah. That just helps us be more discoverable. Please, okay? All right. Thank you so much for watching the live show here on Twitch, on the Checkpoint XP Twitch channel. Next month or 2 weeks, we'll be back 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Checkpoint XP's Twitch channel. Have a good one, everyone.